Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm using this builder's ready mixed plaster, which is from Poland, and it's called Rapid whatever. So basically it's just ready mixed plaster, gap filling plaster. So let's just bang it on, just throw the stuff on. Don't worry, my brush is absolutely terrible. I gotta say, my brush is not a good brush. I really need to invest in a new brush. But we're doing this, so let's just keep going. And you'd be surprised how heavy this piece of scenery will become when this plaster is on it. It adds a lot of weight. I mean, I might use half of this bucket or more, and this bucket is a 5 kilogram bucket. So you can imagine the amount of weight that we've now added to this piece. So I made this a lot creamier than it was. Okay guys, should spread a lot better. A lot easier to spread. And we'll also spread thinner, make them grooves a little bit easier. So I could go for hours and hours trying this, but I know you don't want to see. You're not going to look at this for hours and hours unless I'm talking about something interesting. And being a boring old fart, it's not so interesting to listen to me many times. So, someone commented last week on my my post about when I did my crawler on my crawler track. It's one of these famous guys, joined YouTube, no subscribers, 0 subscribers, but goes around trolling. He says, yeah, it's all very good, but we'd hear you better if you weren't mumbling so much. And I have to say, being an introvert, when I'm outdoors, I don't talk so loud and a bit quieter. You know, I don't want people hearing me shouting loud. Indoors is different, I can talk more louder. Anyway, so I'd like to say to that guy who said that, I'm just mumbling. I definitely, something I'd like to say to him. And it goes a bit like this. Okay, that's it. You're welcome. Now bugger off and go and troll somebody else, you idiot. What's funny is even bad comments helps you on the algorithm. Other people who press the dislike button, it all helps. Whether you like or dislike, if it's engaging the community, that's all they want to know. They don't really give an arse if it's good or bad. Comments are comments. Well, that's what YouTube wants. So there you go. Maybe I do mumble when I'm outside because I don't talk loud. At the same time, I don't tolerate idiots who are just nasty. No time in my life for people like that. Absolutely no time. Sorry guys, I'm just waffling, trying to keep it interesting. I don't want to be just here mumbling. Right, I'm going to pause now and continue on. That's one half the hill almost done. I'll give you a little look and then I'll pause. There we are. So, I have my trusty saw. Now, where would the groove be? Maybe here. Maybe have water coming off. Maybe here. Down to there. Okay. I'm not supposed to do this with wet plaster. But what the hell. Let's just make this a little bit of a groove here. People are looking, going, oh, what's he doing? What's he doing? He's ruining his mountain. Nature doesn't have rules. It follows its own rules. So let's follow nature's unwritten rules. Need to go a little bit deeper with that. And do you know what? Maybe a bit of a waterfall here at this edge as well. The water's got to leave the mountain somehow. See guys, like I said, follow your own rules. Don't be afraid to change things. Big mess. I'm always making a big mess. My wife will tell you that. I'm always making a mess somewhere. Am I mumbling, guys? Sorry. Okay, yeah. Okay, look at that. Let's plaster that in. See how it looks. Okay. Now, let's go to the bin. This hill was sticking up a little bit, if you remember, so I just cut the top off it. I cut a little groove in here so we can have a bit of a water running down. Okay. But do you remember I was saying keep all your off cuttings? So, you know, here's the pieces I cut off here, yeah? Well, now we can take these pieces, stick it there, yeah? Some glue, the other piece, put it there with some glue. And now you've made this whole area look a bit more interesting. You know, I can glue that down there and then put some plaster on it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some PVA glue on these pieces, glue them down, cover them in plaster, and now you've broken up this area. So that's why I never throw away my off cuttings. So let's go and do that, see how that looks after I plaster it. So we get our creamy substance, stick it on our really old knackered paintbrush, and bang it on. It flows better when you put a bit of water in it. But if you want it to be nice and thick, fill in some of them holes. Don't put it on too thick, it'll only crack. You gotta put it on only to a millimeter or three, or it'll start cracking as it dries, especially in this very hot weather. So don't be afraid to put it on, but don't slap it on like you're having a mud wrestling competition. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, my hand's probably in the way as usual. Big awkward Harry. Let's try that. Maybe you can see it a bit better. I'll just show you a bit of this. As you can see, it's very exciting. So exciting. Fantastic. Will I sing? No, I won't. Oh, okay. Very good. Better not to sing in public. So as you can see, these hills, you know, they take on a much more realistic look when you put this plaster on, and then when you paint and put a little bit of scenic materials on, it breaks up the whole thing, and I should say blends the whole thing together rather than breaking up the whole thing. I know my hand is in the way, guys, but that's life. Taste that, as we say in Latvian. You can see what I'm doing. I'm only going to show you a bit of this. You've seen it on the other hill. You're seeing it on this hill. It's the only trouble with this is that it looks like cream, and if you're hungry and you like cream, at the moment we have our garden strawberries and cream, and it's absolutely amazing. So this stuff just makes you want more strawberries and cream, which we will be having. We're having a barbecue today, guys, with shashlik, chicken shashlik, and maybe some pork shashlik, and German style burgers from my German friend. So we'll be stuffed again. I have to go on a diet, guys. I've ate so much. Oh Lord, the last 2 weeks has like been party. I must have put on 4 kilograms in 2 weeks. So I'm gonna have to knuckle down after this week and get my act together. At my age, you can't afford to be carrying too much weight. At any age, you can't afford to be carrying too much weight, but especially not an old dinosaur like me. So, okay, that's enough of that. I'm gonna just show you what we're getting. This part will be hidden in the corner. Very little people will see it, but I still want it to look reasonable. Let me grab this camera. You know, I still want it to look fairly okay. So that's what I'm doing. That's it. And then I can put some browns for water running down here and try and make it a bit realistic, and maybe stick a couple of trees in on the edge. And you can see the difference. That's the unplastered bit. That's the plastered bit. So I'll get on with this, get this plastered, and leave this to dry. I reckon then tomorrow I'll be painting them. Maybe the mountain later today. It's very hot. The plaster might be dry in time already for the bigger hill. Let's see. Okay, back later, or back tomorrow, or as this goes, back in 1 second.